Hello everyone, welcome back to GK Today. This is Priya Verma and very good morning. I hope you all are doing very well. So in this session, we are going to cover the most important news analysis in question form of 7th of November 2024. Fine. And also we will do the revision session of previous question. First question is, where was the seventh session of the International Solar Alliance held? And the answer is option number A, New Delhi, the seventh session of the International Solar Alliance. Fine. And India has been re-elected as the president for the next 2 years, and France will co-president. Fine. So the seventh session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly starts in New Delhi, and India leads the session with France as a co-president involving delegates from 120 countries. Fine. And the key discussion will revolve around accelerating solar deployment, especially in areas with limited energy access, updates on flagship initiative for entrepreneurs, skill development, and mobilizing finance for solar energy will also be shared during the 3-day assembly. Fine. The headquarters of International Solar Alliance, it is at Gurgaon in Haryana, and the establishment year is 2017. Presently, there are total 103 member countries in International Solar Alliance, and Syria was the 103rd country to ratify the International Alliance, and Nepal is the 101 member country of ISA. Fine. The first founding conference was held in New Delhi on 11th of March 2018. It's an annual meeting alliance, and India has been re-elected the president for the next 2 years. Fine. Recently, ISA, there is another question. It is divided into four geographical regions, and that is Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, and other, and Latin America and Caribbean. Fine. And also Ashish Khanna. Ashish Khanna of India was chosen as the third DG for a 4-year term, and he will succeed another Indian, Dr. Ajay Mathur. Fine. And which year was the International Solar Alliance launched? The year is 2015. Fine. Let's revise the question of solar in news. So recently, where is the solar hydrogen based microgrid project being established by Indian Army, and the location is Ladakh. Which city is host of seventh session? That is New Delhi. As per recent data, which state leads the country in install capacity for rooftop solar power under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana? That is Gujarat. Recently, which country has become the 101 member to join the International Solar Alliance? That is Nepal. And recently, where was the first International Solar Festival organized? The country, thus location is New Delhi. And what type of technology is solar paraboloid? Recently in news, so it's a concentrating solar power. And solar village initiative, it is launched by the Maharashtra government in the district of Satara. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is, Duma Boko has been elected as the president of which country? So the answer is option number C, Botswana. So recently, Botswana, Duma Boko has been elected as the president of Botswana. Fine. And he is from the UDC, and recently he is declared Botswana sixth president by the Chief Justice of Botswana. And outgoing president Mogawitsi Masisi considered defeat as the BDP lost its majority after nearly 60 years in power. Fine. So here is the key point is Botswana. So Botswana is a landlocked country in the southern Africa, and it shares its boundary with four other nations just like Zambia, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. Fine. So these are the four international border shared country with Botswana, and up to 70% of the territory of Botswana is covered by the Kalahari Desert, the second largest desert after Sahara Desert in Africa continent. Fine. And it is the second largest desert. Also, Gaborone is the capital of Botswana, and the currency of Botswana is Pula. Fine. Just like India, Botswana got its independence in 1966 from the United Kingdom, and the Berlin Conference of 1885 allowed Great Britain to annex Botswana. Fine. So these are the key discussion point regarding Botswana. Now let's revise the president in. So recently the Prime Minister of India recently gifted with traditional painting to Russian president during the BRICS summit, and the painting name is Soharai painting. Luang Quang has been elected as the new president of which country, and the country is Vietnam. Prabowo Subianto has been elected as the new president of which country, and he is of Indonesia. And recently, President Draupadi Murmu was conferred the degree of honorary doctorate in political science, and the country is Algeria. K. Sayed has been re-elected as the president of which country? Tunisia. And Claudia Sheinbaum took oath as first female president of which country? And the country is Mexico. Recently, Anura Kumara Disanke has been elected as the president of which country? And that is of Sri Lanka, our neighboring country. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is Turtle Wildlife Sanctuary, which was seen in the news, is located in which district of Uttar Pradesh? Fine. So the location of Turtle Wildlife Sanctuary, the district is answer is option number C, Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Fine. So answer is option number C, Varanasi, and exactly at Sarnath. Fine. So recently, the National Green Tribunal criticized district magistrates and the Pollution Control Board in Uttar Pradesh for allowing mining in the Turtle Wildlife Sanctuary. Fine. So recently there is a mining case in this protected area, and this sanctuary is important because it is India's first freshwater turtle sanctuary, spans 7 kilometers along the Ganga River in Varanasi, and protects turtle that aid in decomposing human remains residue. Fine. It also breeds turtle hatchlings in Sarnath, hosts gangetic dolphins, and includes various fish species like ruhu and tengra. Fine. And National Green Tribunal. So its establishment year is 2010, and who is the current chairperson of National Green Tribunal? It is Justice Prakash Srivastava. Fine. And the National Green Tribunal, it has its important because India is the third country in the world after Australia and New Zealand. It has its importance, and the National Green Tribunal. It has its importance just because India is the third country in the world after Australia and New Zealand to set up a statutory body for environmental protection. Fine. And its headquarters is in New Delhi, and the regional headquarters of the tribunal are situated in the cities just like Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata, and Chennai. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is what is Alstonia scholaris that was seen in the news? So Alstonia scholaris, and that is a tropical tree. Fine. So recently, Cyclone Dana caused heavy rain in Kolkata, leading to chatim trees shedding their fragrant flowers. Chatim is the word for Alstonia scholaris, which help allergy and asthma sufferers in their respiration diseases. Fine. So basically, Alstonia scholaris are tropical trees native to Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and southern China, known for their cluster of 7 leaves. And the tree's bark and leaves are used in traditional medicine, and its wood was historically used to make blackboards, and that's why it is also called blackboard tree and Saptaparni in India. Fine. It is also known as Saptaparni in India. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is where was the first Asian Buddhist summit held? So recently the first Asian Buddhist summit on November 5, 2024 held in New Delhi. Fine. So India's Ministry of Culture and International Buddhist Confederation hosted the first Asian Buddhist summit on November 5, 6. The theme is role of Buddhism in strengthening Asia, and India featured India's president as chief guest, and gathering of leaders and scholars from across Asia. Fine. Buddhism is vital to Buddhism is vital to Asia's cultural unity and India's identity, influencing its foreign policy and fostering regional ties through shared values. Fine. Also, the first global Buddhist summit was held in April 2023 in New Delhi. That is the first Global Buddhist Summit. The first international conference on shared Buddhist heritage were organized by Union Ministry of Culture in association with International Buddhist Confederation in March 2023. The first international conference on shared Buddhist heritage. Fine. Also, there is a day that is International Abhidham Divas that was held on 17th October 2024 in New Delhi. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is Mount Annapurna, which was seen in the news, is located in which country? So the location of Mount Annapurna is in Nepal. Fine. So recently Annapurna base camp saw a record of number of tourists after this year's Dashain festival. Fine. Mount Annapurna, it is located in Gandaki province, north central Nepal, in the Annapurna range. It is the world's 10th highest peak with an elevation of 8091 meter, and it is also known as the Killer Mountain for its high climber fatality rate. Fine. Let's revise the current mountains in news. So recently, Asotla Bhati Wildlife Sanctuary, which was seen in the news, lies on which mountain range? Aravalli Range is the answer. Nilgiri Mountain Railway, situated in the state of Tamil Nadu. Marshi Angdi River is a mountain river in which country? Nepal is the answer. Which organization recently witnessed gigantic jets over the Himalayan mountains, and it is by NASA. Which Indian mountaineer has recently made history by becoming the first person to scale Mount Everest and Mount Lhotse twice in one season, and it is by Satyadev Gupta. And Sierra Nevada mountain range recently seen in the news due to glacier loss is located in which country? It is in Venezuela. And Pyrenees mountain recently in news form a natural border between which two countries? That is France and Spain. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is which country developed the world's first wooden satellite name Lignosat? So, world's first wooden satellite, Lignosat, and it is developed by Japan. Fine. So, Japan will launch Lignosat, the world's first wooden satellite, and the Lingosat will be sent to the International Space Station on SpaceX rocket to test wood's durability and space for 6 months. Fine. So there is a connection of Japan and International Space Station. The establishment year of International Space Station is 1998. Fine. Currently, there are 5 members of ISA, and they are NASA from US, Roscosmos from Russia, ESA from Europe, JAXA from Japan, and CSA from Canada. Fine. Basically, historically, the ISS program combines two prior plans to construct crew Earth orbiting station in the lower Earth orbit, Space Station Freedom planned by the United States, and Mir 2 station planned by the Soviet Union. But there is a collaboration between America and Soviet Union, and the program is International Solar Station. Fine. The station is divided into two sections. The first one is Russian orbital segment assembled by Roscosmos, and the US orbit segment assembled by NASA, JAXA, ESA, and CSA. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is which tennis player has won the Paris Master title 2024, and it is won by Alexander Zverev from Germany. Fine. So recently Alexander Zverev won the 2024 Rolex Paris Masters, defeating Hugo Humbert 6-2 and 6-2. Fine. The victory is Zverev's 7th ATP Master 1000 title and his first in Paris. Fine. And the win highlights his comeback after a severe ankle injury, and he never faced a break point in the final. Fine. So the Paris Master, that is an annual men's tennis tournament that was recently held in Paris, France. Fine. Let's revise the current sports news. So, which country is the host of International E-Sports Championship? That is India. And Rani Rampal, who announced her retirement, she is associated with hockey. and which state emerged as the overall champion at the 27th All India Forest Sports Meet, and it is Chhattisgarh. Deepa Karmakar, that recently announced her retirement, and she is from gymnastics. Recently, which country hosted high-level international meetings on anti-doping in sports? It is by India. Recently, which state government has added PIT2 to the sports calendar for academic year 24-25? It is by Madhya Pradesh. Durant Cup, and it is associated with football. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is Hingot War Festival is associated with which state? And the answer is option number C, Madhya Pradesh. Fine. So the Hingot War Festival recently was held annually in Gautampura, Madhya Pradesh, and participants from rival groups Kalangi and Tura throw burning arrows called Hingots at each other in the Hingot War Festival in Madhya Pradesh. Fine. Thousands of spectators attend with safety in place to ensure their protection. But the news is 40 injured in Hingot War Festival. Fine. So, Chitrai Car Festival, which state recently celebrated, that is Tamil Nadu. India International Science Festival. Theme is Science and Technology Public Outreach in Amrit Kal. And Ras Mahotsav or Ras Leela Mahotsav, it is the festival of Assam. And Sadar Festival, it is the festival of Telangana. Fine. Let's move to the next question. What is the Harari Declaration which was adopted at Climate and Health Africa Conference? So, Harare Declaration. Basically, Harare is the capital of Zimbabwe, and it is the location of the first African Climate and Health Africa Conference. Fine. So, Harare Declaration, that is a climate resilience in health system. So recently the Harare Declaration was adopted at the Climate and Health Africa Conference in Zimbabwe. Fine. It emphasizes the need for collaboration to enhance climate resilience in African health system. The declaration calls for treating climate change as a public health emergency and strengthening research to address health risks. Fine. Also, what international agreement succeeded the Kyoto Protocol to limit greenhouse gases, and that is Paris Agreement. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Next question is which tribe primarily inhabits Maluri, newly declared district of Nagaland? And answer is option number B, Pochuri Naga. Fine. So Maluri is now the 17th district of Nagaland, home to the Pochuri Naga tribe. The state government upgraded Maluri subdivision from fake district of Nagaland. Fine. And this decision approved by the cabinet on November 1st aims to improve governance and development. Basically, the capital of Nagaland is Kohima, and presently the governor is La Ganeshan and CM is nephew Rio. Fine. Let's move to the revision question of tribes in news. So the Kadar tribe primarily resides in which state? That is Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Korowai tribe, they are from Indonesia. The Soliga tribe, they are from Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And Katkari tribe, they are from Maharashtra and Gujarat. Tharu tribe, they are from the states of UP, Uttarakhand and Bihar. And the Chinchas tribe, they are from Andhra Pradesh. And the state government has renamed all estate residential schools to Maharishi Valmiki Residential School, and it is by Karnataka. Fine. Let's move to the next slides. The revision, the quiz question of 7th of November.